Hi. So I was just doing some meditation and I was like, okay, God. Sometimes he just like sits me down. It's like, shut up. Just sit down and shut up. So that you can hear what I need you to say, Courtney. And a lot of times, like, I'll just want to listen to music because I just love music so much. And I feel so at home when I'm listening to music and moving. It just feels right. But a lot of times I miss messages. I have some missed messages from my father, my true father. So sometimes he just has to sit me down. And that's what just happened. I'm at my prayer circle, the one that I'm always at. Yeah. And I heard everyone is a master of something. But it's the master that's suppressed. We need to allow the master to emerge. And so that's the really great news, is that if you can believe this, it's true. I'm saying it's true because I've been able to master my mindset. And many people have done that. Those people that have mastered mindsets, Tony Robbins, Mother Teresa, you can think of all of the beautiful souls that have come along that are trying to help, the mastery of mindset. But you can be a master of many different things, negative or positive. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of people in treatment that are masters of shame. They're masters of addiction. They're masters of drugs. I know this one kid, he's like so smart. And he can tell you all about opioids and methadone. And it's not funny. I shouldn't be giggling. It's not funny. But like the level of knowledge that he has just been applied to a negative thing. He's a master underneath. And that brain can use whatever information you give it. And so I also heard just now, your default settings are not your default settings. There's a prior version of you that has some default settings that you can go back to that are God's default for you. Our parents can default us, put these settings on us, and then life experiences sort of reinforce that. But there's a default setting that goes further back to your creator. And those are so great and so exciting to you and to the world. He has something encoded in you that is ready to be activated if you can you're gonna have to go in and go back to release the default settings from your childhood. And then your original default settings will be revealed. And you're gonna have passion, and you're gonna have joy, and you're gonna have direction and intuition. These things get me all excited. Those words are exciting. Those are freaking exciting because that means that you're living in truth, the true version of you. And there's no amount of running or drugs or experience or dopamine that will outlast the fulfillment that you will get from your original default settings. So I believe that's what life is about, is getting back to your default settings from the Most High. Because think about it, wouldn't those be better than anything that a human could have done? We are put in the care of other humans who are flawed. And they give us settings that do not fit our divine mission. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. But that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense either, because you would have no journey to mastery. It would just be, you were just born a master? No, that doesn't make sense, because there would be no, you know what I mean? there would be no journey, there would be no evolution, there would be no wisdom gained in the experience if you were just born with it. So the mastery is in unmasking your default settings so that God's default settings can be revealed in you. And at that point, when you get to that point, then you can truly cruise and you can go and you can flow into the life that was meant for you. Pretty good shit. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Mwah!